Picture yourself stumbling into your kitchen at 6 a.m., eyes barely open, reaching for that coffee mug like it's a lifeline. Now imagine doing this exact same dance every morning for the next decade. Will you emerge as someone who mindlessly gulps burnt coffee while scrolling through your phone? Or will you become a person who savors each sip of perfectly brewed coffee while setting intentions for the day? The difference isn't in one magical morning. It's in the accumulation of 10,000 ordinary mornings. This is the heart of Aristotle's profound observation. Quality is not an act, it is a habit. The ancient Greek philosopher who tutored Alexander the Great and laid the foundation for Western thought understood something that our Instagram-obsessed culture desperately needs to remember. Excellence isn't a performance you put on when the spotlight hits you. It's the quiet discipline you practice when no one is watching. You've probably met people who seem to effortlessly excel at everything they touch. Their presentations are polished, their homes are organized, their relationships appear solid. You might assume they're naturally gifted, but here's what you're really witnessing: the compound effect of countless small choices made consistently over time. A colleague who gives flawless presentations? She's been practicing her delivery in the mirror every morning for 2 years. That friend with the spotless home? He spends 10 minutes every evening putting things back in their designated places. Consider your grandmother's linen closet, if you're lucky enough to have experienced one of those masterpieces of domestic organization. Every sheet folded with hospital corners, every pillowcase stacked with military precision. She didn't achieve this through one marathon organizing session. She built this habit through decades of folding laundry the right way, even when she was tired, even when no one would notice. The quality of her linen closet reflected the quality of her character: consistent, reliable, excellent. The same principle applies to a master chef's knife work. Watch a professional chef dice an onion, and you'll see what looks like effortless magic. The knife moves in perfect rhythm, each cut identical to the last, the onion transforming into uniform cubes in seconds. But this isn't talent. It's 10,000 hours of repetition. Every dice, every chop, every slice was an opportunity to practice excellence. The chef didn't suddenly become skilled when the cameras started rolling. She became skilled through countless acts of deliberate practice in empty kitchens at 5 a.m. Your brain is constantly forming neural pathways based on your repeated actions. Every time you choose excellence over mediocrity, you're literally rewiring your nervous system to default to quality. Every time you cut corners or settle for good enough, you're training your brain to accept substandard as normal. This isn't just philosophy, it's neuroscience. Your habits become your identity, one repetition at a time. Think about the last time you did something really well. Not a one-time burst of inspiration, but something you consistently execute with excellence. Maybe it's how you organize your workspace, how you listen to your children, or how you prepare for important meetings. I bet if you trace that excellence back to its roots, you'll find it began with a decision to do something right, even when it felt unnecessary. Then you did it right again, and again. And eventually, doing it right became who you are, not just what you do. The beauty of this understanding is that it democratizes excellence. You don't need exceptional talent, perfect circumstances, or a lucky break. You just need to show up consistently with intention. Quality becomes accessible to anyone, willing to make it a habit, rather than hoping for it as an event. This ripple effect of habitual quality doesn't stop at your personal achievements. It cascades through every relationship, every workplace, every community you touch. Walk into a Toyota manufacturing plant and you'll witness something extraordinary. Workers who stop the entire production line if they spot a single defect. This isn't about perfectionism or fear of management. It's about a culture where quality has become so deeply ingrained that accepting mediocrity feels physically uncomfortable. These assembly line workers aren't just building cars. They're practicing a philosophy that transforms both product and person. Each precise movement, Each careful inspection, each decision to do things right even when shortcuts beckon. These moments accumulate into something greater than automotive excellence. They create human beings who carry that same attention to detail into their kitchens, their marriages, their parenting. Quality becomes contagious. You've experienced this contagion yourself, though you might not have recognized it. Think about the last time you worked alongside someone who approached their tasks with genuine care and precision. Maybe it was a colleague who always double-checked their emails, a teammate who prepared thoroughly for every meeting, or a friend who listened with full attention rather than waiting for their turn to speak. Their standards didn't just improve their own work, they elevated yours too. You found yourself spell-checking more carefully, preparing more thoroughly, listening more deeply. Excellence is infectious. The inverse is equally true, and perhaps more dangerous. Surround yourself with people who consistently cut corners, who celebrate good enough, who mock those who strive for quality, and you'll find your own standards gradually eroding. Your brain, always efficient, will adjust your expectations downward to match your environment. Before you know it, you're defending mediocrity with phrases like, "It doesn't have to be perfect," or "No one will notice the difference." Consider your closest relationship, the one person you spend the most time with outside of work. How do they approach quality in their daily life? Do they keep their promises, both big and small? Do they invest energy in maintaining your connection? Or do they assume love will sustain itself without effort? Their habits of quality or carelessness in small things inevitably influence how they handle the big things, and ultimately, how they handle you. The research on habit formation reveals something profound about human partnerships. Couples who consistently perform small acts of kindness, making coffee for each other, remembering important details, expressing gratitude regularly, build relationships that can withstand major storms. Meanwhile, couples who save their efforts for grand romantic gestures while neglecting daily courtesies often find their foundations crumbling during ordinary stress. Quality in love, like quality everywhere else, happens in the small moments, repeated consistently. Your children, if you have them, are conducting a master class in observational learning every single day. They're not listening to your lectures about excellence. They're watching how you fold the towels, how you speak to service workers, how you handle frustration when technology doesn't cooperate. They're absorbing your habits of quality or carelessness like sponges, then carrying those patterns into their own lives. The quality of their future relationships, work ethic, and self-respect is being shaped right now by your daily demonstrations of what matters. Even your relationship with yourself operates on this principle. You might think self-care is about occasional spa days or retail therapy, but real self-care is the daily habit of treating yourself with quality attention. It's the consistent choice to eat food that nourishes you, to speak to yourself with kindness, to invest in your growth. Even when progress feels invisible, people who practice quality self-care don't suddenly become confident during crises. They've been building confidence through thousands of small acts of self-respect. The beautiful truth is that every interaction becomes an opportunity to practice quality. Every email you send, every promise you make, every conversation you engage in is either reinforcing your identity as someone who does things well or someone who settles for less. You're not just living your life. You're sculpting the person you're becoming, one choice at a time. Now comes the practical question that transforms philosophy into reality. How do you actually architect a life where quality becomes your default setting? The answer lies in understanding your brain's remarkable ability to automate excellence through strategic habit design. Neuroscientists have discovered that habits live in a primitive part of your brain called the basal ganglia, the same region that controls breathing and blinking. This means that once a behavior becomes truly habitual, it requires almost no conscious effort to maintain. Your brain literally rewires itself to make quality automatic. The challenge isn't maintaining good habits once they're established. It's surviving the initial formation period when your brain resists change. Start ridiculously small. If you want to develop a habit of quality exercise, don't commit to hour-long gym sessions. Commit to putting on your workout clothes every day for 2 weeks. That's it. If you want to improve your writing, don't pledge to write a novel. Commit to writing 1 sentence each morning. Your brain will resist dramatic changes, but it barely notices tiny improvements. Once putting on workout clothes becomes automatic, your brain will naturally begin asking, "Since I'm already dressed, why not do 5 push-ups?" From there, quality builds momentum. The key insight is that you're not trying to become a different person overnight. You're trying to become slightly more yourself consistently. Think of it like compound interest for character development. A 1% improvement repeated daily doesn't just add up, it multiplies. After 1 year of daily 1% improvements, you're not 365% better, you're 3.778% better. This is why people who focus on systems rather than goals often surpass those who set ambitious targets, but ignore daily practices. Your environment plays a crucial role in this transformation. Quality habits flourish in environments designed to support them, while struggling against environments that promote mediocrity. If you want to eat healthier, don't rely on willpower when you're tired and hungry. Instead, spend Sunday afternoon preparing quality meals and removing junk food from easy reach. If you want to read more, place books on your nightstand and put your phone in another room. Your future self will thank you for making quality choices easier than poor ones. The most successful people understand that identity change precedes behavior change. Instead of saying, "I want to exercise more," they begin saying, "I am someone who moves their body daily." Instead of, "I should eat better," they adopt, "I am someone who nourishes their body well." This isn't positive thinking, it's strategic self-concept adjustment. Every time you act consistently with your desired identity, you're providing evidence to your brain that this is who you really are. Track your progress, but focus on consistency over perfection. Create a simple system for monitoring your quality. Habits, maybe a calendar where you mark successful days or a journal where you note what went well. The goal isn't to never miss a day. It's to miss rarely and return quickly when you do. People who maintain quality habits long-term don't achieve perfection. They achieve resilience. They've learned to treat setbacks as information rather than failures. Remember that habits are contagious, so choose your influences wisely. Surround yourself with people who embody the quality you want to develop. Join communities, read books, consume content created by individuals who've made excellence a habit in areas you want to improve. Your standards will naturally rise to match those of your peer group, making quality feel normal rather than exceptional. The transformation happens gradually, then suddenly. For months, you might feel like you're making small improvements that barely matter. Then one day you'll realize that quality has become your default response to life's challenges. You'll find yourself automatically choosing the better option, not because you have to, but because mediocrity no longer feels like you. This is Aristotle's gift to your future self. The understanding that excellence isn't a destination you reach through heroic effort, but a way of traveling that transforms both the journey and the traveler. Every small act of quality is a vote for the person you're becoming. Cast those votes consistently, and you'll wake up one day to discover that you've become someone who doesn't just do quality work. You've become someone for whom quality is simply a way of being. The path forward is clear. Start where you are. Use what you have, do what you can. Make quality your habit and watch as it makes you extraordinary. If you found this exploration of habit-driven excellence valuable, I'd be grateful if you'd like this video and subscribe to the channel for more insights on building a life of intentional growth. Remember, you don't have to be perfect to begin. You just have to begin to become perfect for yourself, one quality choice at a time. The person you're becoming is watching every decision you make today. Choose wisely, choose consistently, and choose with the quiet confidence that comes from knowing excellence is not an act, but a habit you're actively cultivating.